Hey YouTube, Parson Rick here. It's been a pretty good day. Got to go for a ride finally. It was cold. We went for a ride Friday and it was really cold, very foggy, and boy, just numb cold. But today cleared up a little bit. I don't know what it was, 40 something. Oh, Miss Chris and I took off, went for a ride. Another thing that she and I did today is we took off and went down to the local brick and mortar and bought some tobacco for her giveaway. So for you folks that left a happy birthday comment and Chad Yarbrough and Sasquatch Piper, who sang to her, I need your addresses. We're gonna be sending you something. I appreciate it. Sasquatch, you were the first one that sang, and I pulled it up on the TV, and I looked over and she's sitting there like this. I said, "What are you doing?" And she looked over and she's crying. You made her cry, brother. Way to go. And she did admit that she watched that video of you singing to her at least 6 times, and that was right off the bat in the giveaway. And then Chad, when you posted yours yesterday, she was just smiling, you know, looked like a stoned monkey. So I appreciate you guys doing that. She had some of our other friends sang to her. I think she had like 9 people called her or sang to her on Facebook, and it just made her life. This is a very rough, you know, some milestones on your birthdays are rougher than others, and this was a rough one. So I really appreciate all of you who took the time to make my path a little easier this last week or so. Hey YouTube, Parson Rick here with a little addendum. After I made the thank you video, I found a video from Raw Bills and one from Aficionado GQ, and guys, I really want to tell you how much my wife appreciated hearing from you. Raw Bills is always very good, and Aficionado, that's a darn cute little girl. So thanks, guys. I'm smoking my Johann the Mindful Pipe original, handmade. I believe he said it's alder. I could be wrong. Ash. I believe he said it's ash. I would have to go back and look, but it's beautiful. It's got some good color to it. It's very lightweight for being such a massive pipe. In it, I'm smoking Heavy English from a brick and mortar in Great Falls, Montana that we went to over Christmas. And it says Heavy English, but it's an incredibly light English, so I'm pretty glad I didn't buy their light English. But it's very pleasant smoke, very pleasant. No fuss, no muss, just very nice. And of course, everything smokes well in this pipe. Had some less flat and Earl Scruggs going on back here, but it turned off. It was a good one. A lot of you guys talked about bluegrass, and it was one that had Steve Martin picking the banjo in it, so that's good. So once again, I really appreciate you guys helping my wife through this difficult time. I won't tell you this, but she's a little bit older than me, so she hits all those before I do. And you know, I don't care. Everything after 30's been downhill anyway, been a surprise. Never expected to make it to 30. Nobody ever did. And I've certainly not lived in a manner that would lead anyone to believe I'd still be around right now. yep, this isn't bad at all. You know, I have no palate, so I basically go on a I like this or I don't like this scale, and this is nice. It's very inoffensive. It's probably an English that you could go anywhere. Ah, there they are. I don't know if you're picking it up. Sorry to be so distracted. I haven't really made a video in a while. So I did meet a guy in the brick and mortar today who's looking for pipes, and he hadn't really checked out the YTPC. He did a few online chat rooms and that sort of thing, but kind of turned him on to here, so hopefully we'll hear from him. And so he was a member of the Cobb Nation or something like that. So, and oh well, we'll be having a few more videos. We're putting on a motorcycle run at the end of February, so that'll be upcoming. So Tough Enough. If you were around last year, you might remember watching a video of a guy riding in just a pair of shorts on a day about 35, 45 degrees. Kind of interesting to see what'll pop up this year. This is the first year that I haven't run the whole thing lock, stock, and barrel. I kind of tired of it, actually. My wife and I have done it for 5 years, and I don't have that kind of attention span. I've been doing events for, 20 years of one kind or another, and I peter out pretty quick. I just only have so much creativity, only so much time, only so much money. And last year I didn't want to do it, and people were kind of begging a little bit, you know. And I said, okay. So we did it last year, and it was really good. We've been doing it as a fundraiser for candle lighters. And we do a big fundraiser in September, a big event, but we've used this poker run last year to get the feed money for the event. And so last year we raised about $1,100, just drop the hat, no notice, kind of a friends and family. I started doing this event years ago as a reward for the guys that ride all year. And the first year we had about 28 riders, and it was snowing, and they got caught in a sheep stampede on some back road. Next year we had about 40, and it was snowing then too. But the last 3 years it's been really nice. And last year I had we had over 100 people, 110 people came. So been pretty happy with it. So this year I handed it over to my club, and my little round head, my dad had a bigger head than me. He had a size 8, and it was just round as a ball. He had no neck, just had this round head. Grew a beard so that you could actually delineate between his face and his neck, and or shoulders technically. And I don't know where I was going. Oh, but he wore stocking caps all the time, and they just sat right there on his head. He rolled them up at the sides. You know, he's from Oklahoma. I don't know if it's an Okie thing, but he'd roll them up on the sides, and they just sit on his little head. Of course, he always kept like a buzz cut, so it's probably where the idea for hook and loop Velcro came from. But I just can't keep them on my head. They slide up like that, you know. So I'll finish the video like that, because that's a dang good look for me, isn't it? So, anyway, this year handed it over to the club, and we'll see how they do. It's going to be really hard for me to just keep my hands off. All I'm doing is the trophies, some of the prize money, and I'm the road captain, so I set up the route already. Chris and I went out and rode some of it today, which was really cool. It was a perfect road. My definition of a perfect road is one I've never been on before. And so we went out on this road, and on this road there were I'm sorry, I just couldn't do that. There was 2 covered bridges that we'd not been on before. So it should be a really cool route. Good twisty turny riding. And it'll be it's always the last Saturday of February. It's called the Tough Enough. So we get people out there freezing and wet, and it's fun for the guys that ride all the time. This is usually the hardcore bikers. We hardly ever have any newbies or anything like that on there. So it's kind of just old school, and I like that. So once again, thank you everyone who made Chris's birthday exceptional. She was feeling the love, and I appreciate it. So be expecting me to send you a message asking for your information, and I really appreciate it. Love you guys. God bless. Parson Rick out.